The rain poured heavily, the night cold and merciless. In the middle of the street, near the edge of a broken fence, a frail white cat and a weak brown dog huddled together. Both were sickly, their breaths shallow, their fur plastered to their thin frames. The cat's blue eyes were clouded. The dog's ribs showed painfully through his wet coat. Yet, despite their misery, they clung to each other. Two broken creatures drenched in rain, sharing warmth as though love was the only thing left keeping them alive. From the dimly lit house nearby, Mrs. Elsie watched. She was 70 years old, her curly gray hair tumbling softly around her tired face. She sat in her rocking chair, wrapped in silence that had become unbearable. Loneliness had been her closest companion since her husband passed and her children drifted away. That night, she wore a long red gown that had once been her favorite, though now it hung on her like a memory. Her weary eyes glistened with unshed tears as she stared out into the storm. She almost turned away until she saw them. Two trembling shapes, soaked through, clinging to each other beneath the pounding rain. Something inside her broke. She rose slowly, the red gown trailing as she moved toward the door. The wind tore at her curls as she stepped outside, her slippers sinking into the muddy earth. She could barely keep her balance, yet she pressed on, her heart pounding in her chest. The dog looked up at her first, frightened and suspicious. The cat let out the faintest broken meow. Their eyes, so tired, so desperate, mirrored her own. Elsie knelt, her gown soaking instantly, her weary face softening into tears. "Oh, my poor darlings," she whispered, her voice cracking. "You've suffered too, haven't you?" With trembling hands, she lifted the cat against her chest, its frail body pressing into the warmth of her red gown. The dog, hesitant at first, stepped closer when he heard the cat's soft cry. He followed her inside, paws dripping rain across the floor. By the fire, Elsie wrapped them both in blankets. She stroked their soaked fur gently, whispering comfort as if they were long-lost children. She warmed milk, offered scraps, and sat with them until their shivers eased. For the first time in years, her house was not silent. It was filled with faint purrs, soft sighs, and the fragile sound of hope. In the weeks that followed, the dog regained strength, his brown coat glowing once more. The cat's blue eyes brightened, her purrs now steady. They never left Elsie's side, following her as she moved through the quiet house, curling against her in the rocking chair, breathing life back into her lonely days. And Elsie,